Yeah, I just need a second to breathe. My nigga ain't even get time to grieve. Don't get attached to none of these hoes, cause all of them know when to leave. Heart too cold, had to take my shit on my sleeve. Heart too cold, had to take my shit on my sleeve.
GTA San Andreas doesn't make sense. For many years, people have debated whether or not Ryder was initially intended to be a good guy and never betray Grove Street. There's plenty of examples we're going to talk about that seem very unusual when it comes to Ryder, however, the real reason is quite surprising. Firstly, Ryder is seen at the funeral of Beverly Johnson with Sweet and Kendall.
Bro, Ryder is one of the best characters in this game, and when he switched up, that shit like he pissed me off. I was like, bro, why Ryder? But honestly, everybody too though, because I couldn't believe it was Big Smoke, bro. But Ryder, that's crazy.
Big Smoke is not. This is because Big Smoke is suspiciously hanging out at the Johnson house, waiting for Sweet to return home to kill him. But when CJ arrives home, it throws his plans off track. And
now, I didn't used to like Sweet though.
On the matter either. Another argument people will consistently bring up is that Ryder's missions benefit Grove Street. You see, a variety of Ryder's missions are intended to gather weaponry for the Grove Street gang members. This is interestingly something that Big Smoke's missions do not have, because Big Smoke's missions often have us getting into trouble involved in some of the deals with the Russian gang members.
You know what's crazy? I never even noticed this.
While Ryder's missions primarily do still center around Grove
Sweet annoying, I'm telling you.
The gang altogether. However, something very interesting here is if you fail the home invasion mission, Ryder will actually abandon CJ, giving us an early sign here that you may have missed that he does have the mentality of leaving us behind and only thinking about himself if it comes to it.
Ryder, where the hell you at, man?
During the drive-through mission, about the Green Saber, but after he says too much, Big Smoke shuts him down.
Some people say they saw a Green Saber doing the work, then speeding away. Yeah, but people like to talk, don't they? Anyway, that's half of Santos you talking about.
Yeah, you right. My bad.
Hey, bro.
Big Smoke is...
I should have knew it this whole mother time. Cause why the he make my stop talking? Piece of
clearly suggesting here that Ryder is talking too much. It does make you wonder if Ryder at this point in the game was intended to...
Then in this fat ass don't even shoot.
Betrays Grove Street. Why would he openly talk about the Green Saber and some of the events that happened?
I been knew
what the truth was.
Did y'all know that before it happened? Because I had no clue at first.
Of CJ and Sweet's mother. Later on in this mission during the drive-thru, we can see a perfect example of this, but Ryder is a character who openly will talk about the situation and doesn't seem to do this.
I mean, I didn't know she was hit until it was all...
No one say shit about this accent, but when I speak, everyone's screaming bruv. Hey, man, listen, bro, we just being polite to guests. You ain't no guest at this point. Anytime you talk, they gonna spam bruv. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. This is what they gonna do, bro. Now, what did TFM say? Sweet was the main one complaining about the hood. Meanwhile, CJ was doing all the work. Sweet and damn near smoked crack. I mean, this real.
Yeah,
that's real.
Let's eat.
Then
this gonna type hello, bruv. Put the H in there. You know what you're doing.
Immediately after this, we have to chase down the ballers, where Ryder and Sweet will shoot at them, but Big Smoke
the only not shooting.
People bring up is, why is Big Smoke not shooting? Well, of course, it's because he's working with them. And he's more concerned about his food. But if Ryder is with Big Smoke and working in on this plan, then why doesn't he shoot them either?
Hey, that food filled a hole. You chubby mother. Next time you better start blast or I'm gonna...
I didn't know you could just turn around.
Yeah, right. Let's eat.
Then immediately after this, we have to chase down the ballers, where Ryder and Sweet will shoot at them, but Big Smoke doesn't. So another question that people bring up is,
this just turned around and beat the mission faster.
Shooting? Well, of course, it's because he's working with them, and he's
speed
more
run straight for what the f?
Is with Big Smoke.
You didn't know? Hell no.
Then why doesn't he shoot them either?
Hey, that food filled a hole. You chubby mother. Next time you better start blast or I'm gonna blast you myself.
I think
literal bot. Bro, nah. Y'all not telling me, bro. Cause it said kill the baller members. So y'all telling me y'all wouldn't listen to this say kill the game, but y'all like, I'ma just run. I thought we had to kill him.
Where
he killed him?
Ryder and Sweet will shoot at them, but Big Smoke doesn't. So another question.
Nah. His game glitched or something. You know what? They had a wreck and it glitched. Nah.
Question that people bring up is why is Big Smoke
something not right with
shooting?
that? Something not right with that.
Because he's working with them and he's more concerned about his food. But if Ryder is with Big Smoke and working in on this plan,
It's just you.
then
Most y'all ain't know this, bro. Stop, bro.
Food filled a hole. You chubby mother. Next time you better start
You got the
blasting.
IQ of a hamster, big bro.
It's clear at this point in the game, Ryder isn't as closely connected with the Ballers as Big Smoke. We know that Big Smoke has moved out to Baller territory, and he's then confronted about this by CJ, where he claims the reason is because he got some money from his aunt.
Hey, Smoke, tell me why you moved out the Grove.
Man, got some money from my aunt. I mean, it's a nice place and all, but the Grove is in my heart, baby. It's where my dogs is at.
Yeah, okay.
But Ryder is still a person who resides within Grove Street himself. It's later into the game's storyline where we find that Rockstar may have actually added Ryder to some missions later into development when they initially weren't planning to. And the biggest sign of this is during the mission Green Saber, when CJ arrives to meet Caesar and sees Smoke and Ryder working with the police. It's only Big Smoke who CJ mentions and no word of Ryder.
Just watch, homie.
K1, what's up, bro?
What the fuck?
Bro, I remember, bro, this shit right here.
Oh, no. Shit, Smoke, what
I
you
couldn't
into?
believe it, bro.
Listen, look at that ride. That's
Green
the
Saber.
motherfucking Green Saber. It's Smoke, and he in deep with Tenpenny and some ballers. He sold us out.
Right after this, when CJ is captured by Tenpenny and Pulaski, again he only seems to mention Big Smoke's name, not Ryder. The reason for this will become all very clear in a few minutes when I reveal a few reasons for this.
Fucking Smoke.
Yeah, it's crazy. He only mentioned Smoke.
Oh, sweet. I can't believe that nigga Smoke turned on me.
Smoke does exactly what he's told. He learned that lesson a long time ago.
Damn, man, take it easy.
Another interesting point to mention here is during the introduction to
How could you,
GTA
Trey?
San Andreas,
Are you calling me
it's an
Big
additional
Smoke?
21-minute long video that explains the game's plot in a sort of mini-movie kind of fashion. We hear them mention Smoke a lot, but not Ryder. Take a look here where Tenpenny is only talking about Big Smoke being a betrayer.
I knew that fat fuck would see it our way.
Yeah, always do once they understand the choices we're offering.
We then next have some
biggest
Ballers
Smoke.
stating the plan to do the drive-by in the Green Saber and how it's been orchestrated by one of their OGs, aka Big Smoke. And notice how they only say one of them, not two, aka including Ryder.
But we copping off one of they OGs, man. You sure this is cool? Or this some kind of trap?
We then also get a very interesting...
Where the fuck he find that video from? I ain't never seen that shit. One thing I didn't like about San Andreas, I thought it was dope that like they had the game in there, but they barely had that nigga in the game. I think he was in there for one scene, right? I thought it was kind of fire.
mission called Reuniting the Families, which I do want to bring up very briefly here. When the gang arrive at the motel, which is where a gang meetup is happening, the police swarm in after Sweet has gone inside and leave CJ behind to go in and save Sweet on his own while they take
Bear
off
wasn't
running,
him.
saying it's every
Bear
man
was the
for
dude that he used to be a
himself.
gangster, but then he was a crackhead now.
What you doing? Go, get back in, man. We out of here, baby.
I ain't leaving my brother. I ain't no buster.
Man, it's every motherfucker for himself.
These niggas ain't on shit.
It's only until we actually make it out of the motel, take down a police helicopter, and run back out onto the street.
I can't believe I did a speed run of this
nowhere.
game.
Something that's really interesting about this part here is when CJ says, "Come on, let's drive," and step on it, Ryder taps Big Smoke on the shoulder in a very suspicious way, which I may be overanalyzing this, but it is very interesting. Why is Ryder acting kind of suspicious here, as if to say, like,
when? Oh, you wasn't here?
But they don't really want
Last
to.
time I played the
This mission
game.
is actually the final time we hear the real voice lines done by MC8 for Ryder, and that will become
What do you
clear
mean by
as
that?
we explain this next part here. Because
What?
it's not then until Pier 69 where we kill Ryder where we hear his voice once again. But shortly before that, there's a mission called Photo Opportunity. And this is where things are going to start making a lot more sense for you guys. During the mission Photo Opportunity, we have to drive out with Caesar and take some photographs of a meetup that's happening, which includes Ryder, which is where the game was initially intended to show us that Ryder was betraying us. Believe it or not, there's actually a beta version of this mission where you can hear the voice lines have been slightly altered so that it reveals that this is the first time that CJ has actually discovered that Ryder is betraying him.
A 6-month speed run?
Damn,
No.
Sherman, fool. Oh, man, it's true. Ballers rule the families.
However, in the final game, this is the version that we get.
Ryder, you Shermhead.
This business is bigger than any gang, is it?
Ryder, little bitch.
So now we roll back the clocks to the Green Saber mission. It makes a lot more sense now why CJ doesn't seem to acknowledge that Ryder is betraying him.
Why
and
he
only
yelling?
seems to mention Big Smoke.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga, CJ talk like me. This nigga's doing the stealth mission. I knew this whore was cheating on me. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Also pay attention to Ryder's character model. You might now realise that he's probably
Bro,
just been copied
tripping.
and pasted into this cutscene right here. But that isn't the only beta version that we have that proves that Ryder was always going to betray Grove Street, because then of course we have the mission Pier 69. And believe it or not, this mission has been altered quite drastically since the beta version of the game. In the final game version of this mission, we of course have to take out all the enemies and make our way down to the pier, where we shoot T-Bone Mendez, who has a very strange death because he doesn't seem to say anything.
I see you, Reefer, motherfucker.
No cap. I used to cheat like a motherfucker on these games, bro. Yo, Alex, what the fuck?
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Yo, Alex, they put a big 25 gift this subs. What the fuck?
Three-pointer. Bang! Bang!
Yo, chat, please,
It's good!
man. Give me
Wins
the
the
chat
game
for
at
giving,
the
bro.
buzzer.
Yo, real shit, bro. Thank you so much for the subs. God damn. Yo, y'all niggas been showing a lot of love today. I really appreciate y'all, bro. Thank y'all.
Then we see Ryder jumping off the edge of the pier, and what you'll notice...
Oh, yeah, bro. As a kid, man. No cap, bro. This nigga officially a titty streamer. I need to stop seeing your comments. I don't know what I gotta do, but I gotta stop seeing your comments. Nah, bro, I was, bro, as a kid, I really thought I was cooking on this game because I'll be doing the mission and about to be dying. And I go find a spot, R1, L1, R2, up, down, left, right, up, down, F, left, right. Nigga, I was cheating. I was putting cheat codes in fast as shit. I was cheating. Nigga. I'm running out of ammo. I'm putting them bitches in, really thinking I'm killing, bro. But real shit, like, boy, now, I'm not saying we played the game bad, but boy, we were trashed in the bitch.
Is that his voice lines are just
Oh, bro, we was
trash.
trash.
Down in this boat. Where again, the voice lines used by his character are just
I turned the slutters up I had to, nigga. Y'all niggas know y'all using cheat codes, bro.
I'm a motherfucking genius.
Now in the beta version of this mission, instead of killing T-Bone Mendez against the railings, we actually kill Ryder, and we hear some final lines here that were completely removed from the game in the final version that make a lot more sense, including an audio file that strongly suggests this is the audio file for Ryder's death, where we hear him actually crying out in pain.
Man, my bussin' was tight.
What?
Hey, Ryder, sherm-head asshole. Where you think you going?
Can't stop me. What do you want to do with him, Holmes?
Didn't he already say
You
this?
sold us out, Ryder. You fucked us all.
I'm a motherfucking genius.
Oh, no, Ryder. Hey, my nigga death was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I might have to soundboard that, bro. I don't know when I'm gonna use this shit, bro. Dog. Hey, that nigga sound like this shit. Oh, bro, dog, why they kill my nigga like that, man?
Then
He ain't
in
mean
the
to do it,
later
bro.
part of the mission, we then have to chase down T-Bone
He ain't mean to
Mendez
do it,
in
bro.
the boat. Now, did you also notice something else very strange about the final version of this mission? And that's the phone call between you and Caesar at the very end of it. Listen to the voice lines, and do you notice anything strange about them?
What's up, Caesar? You okay, Holmes? We've been watching from the pier with binoculars. Yeah, I'm good, I think. Listen, you guys better clear out. The cops gonna be all over the spot in a minute.
Well, I'm going to play you a quick phone call here with Caesar from a different mission and see if you can tell the difference.
Hey,
CJ, it's Caesar, man.
I'm kind of busy now. Something big going down.
Essie, I gotta see you, Holmes. Tell you something.
So as you can hear, in the final version of the game, the voice of Caesar is not a telephone voice. It's a voice as if you're standing next to him.
We've been watching from the pier with binoculars.
Oh, what the fuck?
See you, Holmes. Tell you something.
And that's because
how
in the
niggas be
beta
noticing
version of
this?
mission, you were actually supposed to return back to the pier where you were talking to him face to face. So it's really quite strange here that this was changed at the very ending or the very final parts of development. So the official voice actor for Ryder, MC8 himself, has stated that he recorded all the voice lines that Rockstar Games asked him
Yo,
to.
Caesar
further
is
sealing
ugly
the
as
book
fuck.
on
Why the
claims
fuck they
and
got him that
backing up the
close?
original plan of him always being intended to betray Grove Street. There's a story you might have heard about him leaving the recording sessions early, or how he quit working on the game early before his contract stated, but these are all just myths that have now been busted. However, the biggest reveal of them all comes from, again, the introduction video.
He looks sick, I'm telling you.
During this introduction video, we can see that actually, yes, Ryder was in fact supposed to betray Grove Street. So it definitely proves that Ryder was always supposed to betray Grove Street. And actually,
Man, this nigga video had, the title had me thinking like Ryder was like, they had some kind of like proof that Ryder was forced to do this shit. He was gonna switch anyway. They just changed a couple scenes.
the reason why this makes no sense in the game is simply because Rockstar Games decided to change it off of their own accord late into the development.
The way I see it is that we don't have a choice. Ain't nothing to feel bad about. You put a gun to a brother's head, brother's gonna do what he's told, no matter if he's a fool or a wise man. You don't want a bullet in the brain, but if you can make it work and make some Benjamins while you at it, then that's cool.
It's gonna take more than a bullet in the head to stop me.
What scene is? I don't know what scene this is. I don't know why they didn't put some of these scenes in the game, bro. Why they didn't keep this? I don't know, bro. Like some of the decisions with that game, the more scenes of the game, the better. If it makes sense, and I feel like that's.
I just need a second to breathe. My nigga ain't even get time to grieve. Don't get attached to none of these hoes, cause all of them know when to leave. Heart too cold, had to take my shit on my sleeve. Heart too cold, had to take my shit on my sleeve. 30 degrees outside is making my body, my arm is too cold. Knowing they ain't gon' ride, cause when they gon' run,